Hi everyone, welcome into this week's My Weekly CBS Fix. Hope you had a wonderful week. In this week's Parsha's Korach, we read something very surprising. Moshe, our great leader, got angry. Genuine, real anger. Now, our sages teach us, Maimonides talks about it all, when we talk about bad character traits, anger ranks right up there. And usually each of the different character traits are sometimes necessary at certain times. But anger, Maimonides writes, says stay far away from that. Why? Because anger can control all other bad character traits, in short, and also it can actually affect the person negatively, health-wise, and so therefore stay far away from anger. Yet here Moshe got angry. What happened? Why did Moshe get angry? Here's what was it: righteous anger. Why? Because over here, what was going on, these Korach and his people, Dasan, Aviram, and others that joined in his rebellion against Moses, they were upset. They said, hey, Moshe, listen, what you're making all these decisions about who's going to be the leaders here and there all by yourself. You decide who's going to be the Levi, you're going to be the Kohen. And that's not fair. We want it as well. And Moshe said to them, understand, Hashem separated you to be the Levites. And you'll be in the service of Hashem. You also want the priesthood. And they didn't even respond to Moshe. They gave a completely different response. Hey, you said you were taking us to a land flowing in milk of honey, and now you're just trying to dominate over us even more. And Moshe got angry. Moshe got really angry at them. Now this is a righteous anger, because usually the Torah tells us that the Yiktzof, Moshe got angry, a superficial external anger. But here was a real anger. Moshe actually got angry. Ad ma'od, Rashi says. He was very distressed. Why was this? Because till now, any other time that Moshe got angry at them, it was because they complained. But why were they complaining? They were complaining because they were hungry, they were thirsty, they hadn't eaten anything, and walking through the desert, their children are crying, or one of their enemies are attacking them, fearful giants, or whoever it may be. The Egyptians were running after them, about to chase them, send them into the sea. They got angry, they complained, hey, what's going on? So it's normal. It was a normal way to get angry. But even still, Moshe expected of them a certain level. Hey, this is Hashem, what we're talking about over here. Don't you remember the 10 plagues? Don't you remember he split the sea for you? Don't you remember everything else Hashem brought down the man from the heaven, all the other miracles you're living with? How can you get angry at Hashem? How can you be complaining? But over here, it was something else entirely. Now, they were happy. They were good. They had everything they needed. But they were looking for more. They were envious of the positions of power that were being given out. And now Moshe says, your anger is not at me. Your anger is Hashem. I didn't make this decision. This is pure anger against Hashem. This is pure complaining against Hashem. And therefore, Moshe stuck up for Hashem's honor and got angry. Now, what we're seeing over here is sometimes, now you should ask, maybe take a few classes on when to get angry. But generally, don't get angry. But sometimes we see that taking a stand and fighting for what's right, especially if the person is coming completely out of left field and they're just envious or jealous or just need more money or more something else. They just need more and more something. Sometimes it's time that the rabbi has to put the person in their place. Because to be angry because you're lacking of something, or to be complaining rather because you're lacking something, is one thing. But to not lack and to live in a time of plenty and have everything around you going well, but then you invent reasons to get angry. You invent reasons to get upset and complain, that Moshe has to put an end to, put a stand to that. So if a rabbi of yours or somebody they know sometimes may have displayed some anger, usually, by the way, it's not genuine anger, it's not internal, it's usually external. But even if it were internal, ask yourself, why did he get angry? It's probably because the people were just complaining for the sake of complaining and complaining against Hashem, something that we are not allowed to do. Have a wonderful Shabbos. Thank you for listening.